Alright, we're going to try to paint a picture that is going to be, in fact let me get a bigger brush. This picture is going to be 3 dimensionals, right? So it's going to have 3 dimensions on it, right? Now, scientists, right, they've been saying, let's bring that back for a minute. They've been saying nowadays, right, they reckon that there's more. Oh, my brush. They reckon that there's more than 3 dimensions. They reckon there's loads, right? But we're only going to paint 3. So the scientists reckon that there might be more. They're saying that, oh, yeah, we can see 3 dimensions, but there might be some others what we can't even see, apparently. So I've been watching some cool stuff about science and that in it, you see. Very interesting stuff. Right, so that's that. Right, I need a dark blue now. And in fact, even in there, in them light blues, I need some clouds. So I'm going to try and pop some clouds in with this. Oh, that looks nice. Some little clouds in there. Oh, that's gone a bit green. There's a bit of green on me dabber. Try and dab it out. Give me a read. There, some little clouds in there. You can hardly see them because they're, well, you can just hardly see them. Right, let's try. Now, I might stick with that dabbing technique. I'm going to try and paint around all my clouds, but you know what, that's worked pretty well. So I think what I'm going to do is try and stick with the dabbing technique, because as I'm going into this darker blue, it's going to work even better. So if I go to there with this dark blue into there like that, and then big cloth. Right, some of these clouds in here, there's a lot in here. That's it, get me dabbing technique up, go. There's a lot up here as well. A lot of clouds up here. Right, let's bring that back around so we can see what we're doing. So yeah, there's a lot of clouds in here. So all that dabbing out. Nice dabbing out. Down there. There's a lot coming in through here. Bring that edge up there. That edge there. It's not looking bad at all, that. Not bad at all. Over there. Now I'm going to dry it. I might even put some more in. Let's dry that for given me something really good to work to, that has. So so if I sort of re-wet, I think I'm just going to re-wet areas at a time. So if I re-wet this area here, just do that little bit and then get some dark, a bit of dark, and I can come into there and sort of get a stronger bit, and that sort of comes down there like that bit. So let me just re-wet right down into here. It gets a bit softer and a bit lighter as it comes down there. It's not like that. That's that bit. This one as a softening brush, for if it's not quite diffusing enough, I can do a little bit of softening with that one. There we are. There. That's not looking bad at all at that. Right, so then There's a nice dark bit in here. Oh, I nearly forgot to wet it. That would have been a disaster. Got to wet it first. I'm just wetting each little bit as I do it, because then I think it's going to make it easier. Just wet a bit in there as well. So I'll do a bit more in there. There we are. So let's have a bit in here. A nice bit there, like that. There, it sort of seems to come down there. Rather than looking at my picture, I'm just going to look at where these sort of natural clouds has fell now on here, and sort of go by that, rather than looking at my picture. Because it don't really matter where they've gone in my picture. I'm just after something that's going to look good. So it looks like there's some clouds in there. That looks like that. There, I'd say something like that. That bit there looks a bit strong, so I can go in and dab a bit like that. There we are, soften a bit. Same perhaps. Oh, that bit there looks a bit strong, so I'll soften that. This bit here does a little bit strong, not much. So all these bits down here, they're going to be softer because they're so far down. There. So I can soften out any bits I want, like that. And then let's say a bit of something up here. So there's a bit in there, a few bits in there. Let's say a bit up here as well. Quickly soften, can I wet that bit? See that bit there where I didn't wet it? Up there. Got a bit of a hard edge on it that I'm not keen on, so I'll try and just blob a bit more in and see if I can get rid of that hard edge. That's it. There, I think that's not looking bad at all. So, get this brush, just wash out some of them buttons in there and in there. Don't particularly want them. Into there. Yeah, then dry that. Oh, hang on, let me just look. There's some bits here what I'm not keen on. There, look a bit harsh, and there, that bit there looks a bit harsh. So I'll just do that. Dry that brush, get that bit there. There we are, that's it. Right, so proper dry. Start slow so I don't push the paint everywhere. It's easier just to dry it. I'm going to put some more, another layer in a minute. It's easier for me just to dry it. Taking my time because I really do need it thoroughly dry because I'm going to wet it all again, you see. Right, so some coffee. Lovely. Right, so I need a clean brush there, and I need to mix, pop in there a sort of light purple. I think that's perfect. Well, I've got a little bit on my brush. Mix some purple up. Put a bit of that in. Oh, my arm's aching. Right, so I'm going to re-wet. I think I'll just re-wet everything, shall I? No, let's just do this bit. Let's work on this side, and then I'll wet as I go along. Easier. Right, so that's that. Get some purples in. So there's quite a few bits of these purples in here. Just in there like that. Nice bit of this purple. And I can soften in anywhere I want. It should soften itself in, really. With the paper being wet, it should soften itself in quite nicely. Let's pop a little bit more up in this top bit where it's a bit more thicker clouds. Something like that. This brush with just water on it. This is my brush I use for. In fact, now as that's diffused, that looks nice as it is. I'm going to soften a bit more. I don't need to. Right. A little bit. I think I'm going to have some more on this side, and then maybe it's a little bit less in the middle. So let's have a look. Let's try up here first. Stronger stuff at the top, look, and then I'll get a little bit weaker as I come down. There we are. Just water on my brush to take some extra bits out. There we are. So I don't get too carried away. Took a bit too much out, so I'll pop a little bit back in. There we are. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then, oh, that's a bit harsh up there. That bit up there. Just sort that out. That bit there I don't like. Put some more in. I'll have to bury it with some more. There, that's better. Right. Plenty of water on this next bit here. Blend some in there. So let's say, I don't know, let's say it's more towards bottom of clouds. Like that. Yeah, looks nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to melt all this through in here. Melt all that through. I'll let that dry on its own a bit. I think I might pop some water in here now, so wash my brush completely. Colours out. Let's see, wet my paper. Oh, it's got some blue on my brush, that not matter. Tell you what, let's leave some white in there for some clouds. A really clean brush. Soften that edge. That can be some clouds in there. Right, let's get some stronger blue on. Especially on that bit, this top bit here. Like I say, there my clouds. Yeah, it's wobbly. And if I dry this brush, maybe I can mop that out, make it look like a little cloud going through it like that. Look. Yeah. That's nice. And then maybe there's a little streak of purple through there like that. Just to emulate the slight clouds in there. That's it. Everything going across. That's it, I think. Let's get fair dryer on that. I think that'll look good. If I try that gently. I'll have some coffee while I'm doing this. That'll do. Right, I think rather than dotting another brush, because I don't normally use this brush, so it might be good for a change. I don't know. But rather than dotting another, I'll just keep going with it. I'm going to swap back for me grasses and that. Find my other brush easy for my grasses and stuff, but the brush is a brush in it. Let's just wash that out totally just got water on this now. There, into there. Actually, I suppose, yeah, that one's dark and that one's dark. I can actually just go straight through all this. So I'm sort of piddling about. It don't matter if I go through there and up there. Ain't gonna matter. It won't matter. They're both quite dark. Right, I'm gonna get a bit of purple on my brush and just blend in some purple into that and all. Oh, mind a little bit. Soften it all through. Just maybe it's just like that on that side and into that bottom bit there, just to add a bit of variation. There we are. Well, that'll do me, and then I'll just pop some bits and bobs in there just to a bit of texture into that out. Same with that one. There we are. Alright, so tell me what, just into this ground here. Seems I've got this colour on my brush, so let's get back to the blue and let's just bring in some bits of shadows and colours and stuff into here, look, and into there, like that. Right, let's get this softening brush and soften it a bit. This way we're blending all these same colours. It's going to help make it all tie together at the end, because we've got all these same colours, you see. So then if I get this same purple, come in with a bit of that can come in a bit in there, look, a bit in there. Paper's quite wet now, so I don't really need to blend it as much. A bit in there, that's it, some bits in there. There we are, and that's a nice underlayer painting for what's going to come next. Down in there, could have even a bit more in there. Bit extra in there, an extra purple. So there. Right, let's give that whole thing a dry now. Thing there, that's it, it's gone. Right. Right, let's go for that. A green, mix up a nice green. So this hilly is quite a dark green, so I'll mix that one up for that. That's my favourite back hill, so I'll mix a dark green up for that. So yellow and blue with, I'll tell you what, a bit of purple. That purple will darken it. Wherever I can use same colours, I'm gonna. Let's darken it a bit. Oh yeah, that's quite nice, I think I'm going to just stick a bit of red in there just to cool it a bit. It's a bit. Let's have a look. That's not bad. Still not quite right. I want it slightly lighter than that. Let's try that. There, let's try that. I think I've got it. So this is my underlayer green. Yeah, that's not looking bad at all. Underlayer of green. And there'll be some layers going on top of this, but this is my underlayer. To keep this paint moving, because especially on this paper here, it's good to practice on this paper because it's the hardest to actually paint on. But especially on this paper here, it dries and you get a line. You don't want that line. So, but having said that, this hill's got a lot of jiggity jaggedy colours in it anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Just want your lines going sort of up and down and in the right direction, and you'll be right. Right, Bobby's back. This one's quite a lot lighter, so squeeze that brush out, I think, into there. So I'll be using some more of that colour in a bit, so I'll have some more of that. Right, get into this next hill, get a lighter colour. Yeah, but not that light though. Let's try that. Is that a bit lighter? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a bit lighter. See, I'm keeping my paint moving. Keeping it moving so I don't get them hard edges, look. Down to that line there. Up into that line. Into there. There. Not bad, does it? I think what I might do, just to full state the darkness, and get a nice dark bit right on that bottom bit. That's always going to look a bit better. There. And then there is some darker bits mixed in, so I'll blend a few bits in and all. Oh, I like that. That's nice. That bit's completely done now. May have some more coffee. Right, now, another dab into there. I'm going to mix some really bright colours up now. Right, this. Yeah, really nice and bright this is. I wonder if I can touch up to that yet. Some bits I might need to leave a little white highlight so it don't, see them puddles, they'll bleed in if I touch them. So I'll leave a little white highlight there. There we are. See how all them blues now, what I put in earlier, mixing with this yellow and blue makes greens. So I've got a transparent yellow now on top of that blue. Give me a right nice green in it. There we are. A bit more. Down into here. Nice little brush this. Normally use my other one, but that's quite nice. Probably should have left a few little. Well, I left a few little white bits there. Should have perhaps left a few more, but not to worry. I always like to leave a bit of whites in if I can. Right, so now I'm going to mix a darker green up, I think. There, let's try that. That's a bit darker. Still quite bright, but it's a bit darker. Right, so a bit in there. Bit in here. Just sort of guessing, really. Flopping it in and out and about. Right, there's going to be a lot of darker stuff down here, really. So let's have some stuff in here like that. This will be a little darker down there. That's it. And I think something like that. It's not looking bad to me at all, something like that. And then I'm just going to take that same green and go into brown. It's making a lovely dark green, and then I'm going to pop some of that in and some of these bits down here as well. What time? Oh, time's getting fast. Time's moving fast, faster than it should be. Right, a bit of that, and then let's get some really dark colour, a bit of this purple in on it. That's nice. Some of that purple in, some of that blue, purple, and the brown. Get some mud in bottom of here, look. That's it. Plenty of mud on bottom. That's where it's always going to go pretty much muddy where your embankments are. Always going to go pretty muddy. So that's where you watters it into your grass and that. You're always going to get a bit of mud in there. Sort of common sense, really, if I think about it. It's a bit of common in it. Bit of common. There we are. So that's that. Now then, just looking at that, and now come in with my softening brush. Just soften a few bits around like that. That always looks good as well, I think, usually. Don't have to soften every bit, just some of the bits. Just some nice, I think. Oh, I like that. Come in here and soften some of this up, look. Actually, that's softening some of that's looking like little rocks and things in there. Tell me what, if they wanted to, only if they wants to, but if they wants to, I could put some little rocks in there. Tell you what I might do. Let's get this brush. I wonder if I can just pull down some little reflections, just little bits like that. Look. And look at that, it's not working at all. let's try and just pop a bit in, look. A little bit of reflections in there, look. Just of this dark stuff in here, look. Let's see if it works a bit better now. Let's try that. Try and pull it down a bit, look. Bum, 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 bum. Just like that. Pull it down. That's it. A little bit of reflection in it. Ain't it? That's nice, isn't it? There we are. Does that look like a bit of reflection? Maybe there's a bit of green in there and all. Just for a bit of reflection in it. A bit more black. There, that looks nice. There we are. Wash that brush out. And just pull it across so I don't get that hard line on bottom on it. There we are. That's like a little reflection out, I think. Right, now one more dry. Right, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go up to my old brush. Just, I don't know why. Just no particular reason. Just my other ones that I can't even be bothered to wash them. Right, I'm gonna pop in just a bit more yellow into here. Just, I'm using this really just as a softener because I'm gonna put some other colours in a minute, some other darks. So I'm just using that just to soften in, brightening up a bit. In fact, look, it's working nice over there. So in fact, if I do that across there, look, and just keep pulling that way, I can get me scraper and just pop in a few little rocks and things in there. I think that'll look nice. So I'll pop a few of them in, just some little rocks and pebbles and stuff. There we are. We haven't got many that side, have we? Pop a few in there, look. You have to wet it to get them in, you see. There. Bad, does it? Coming up there a bit more. There we are. A few rocks, and then I'll pop in on these close bits. A few gracias as well. Not too many, just a few. There we are. There. Nice. Right. So now I'll pop that bit of yellow in. I'm going to pop some really darks in now. Just to, there's often some really darks. Purple. It's blue. Maybe little bits over there. Trying to do the lay of the land, and again, why not have a few little rocks and things in it as well? Why not? A few little rocks and things in there. I just love painting rocks. You can get carried away with them, but I'll wait. A few more gracias. Yeah. Right. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to call that finished, and then on another painting, I'm going to come back into this, I'm going to put some water lines in there, put some birds in, sign it, and pop a couple of sheeps just grazing in that field. But for now, I'm going to leave that at that, and push that back a bit, that's it, so you can see it. There, so I'm going to leave that at that for now, so you can have a go at that. And but on another video, like I say, I'll pop some sheeps in, put some bods in, bit of waterline right up at this edge there, and make it into a completed painting and sign it and that.